The idea for the film that I'm doing for my thesis project, I actually got it from an experience of mine. One day, I see this girl entering the library, and I thought to myself, wow, like she has a very interesting look about her. What's the worst thing that can happen? She says no. You'll never know unless you try. That song, like Missing You from like Romeo and Juliet, starts playing in my head as I'm like walking through the bookshelves. And like as I approach her, like it was the most amazing conversation I've ever had. I remember at the end, she was late for class. She came back and gave me a kiss on the cheek. Next semester in the spring, I saw her, and as I was going to approach her, she saw me, and she clutched the hand of the guy she was sitting next to. And that's when I realized, like, oh, I missed my shot.
We are like exploring the woods of Pennsylvania. Oh God.
Is that gonna be a problem? 'Cause it's like,
You know, I think as a character, I may need to just develop a little bit more into, you know, where I'm going with this guy. You know, what is his feeling when he's isolated in these woods with nothing but himself and these shadow beings? Like, how do I portray that onto film so that, you know, people could understand what the fuck is going on? You know, what's running through this guy's mind? How can I write that all over my face? And I think that's what I'm gonna work at as, you know, as an actor. I gotta stay warm and stay in there, you know, stay in this right state of mind and just go with it, flow with it, you know.
action! One more. Take 4. Say action, bro. All right. I like to practice it. If Professor asks me, I know it. Like my mother. All right, hold on. Say action, James. Action! Like probably 2 seconds to pass this camera. 1, 2.
What is it, man?
How are you? I'm tired.
Yeah, he really is really cool.
Have I ever doubted myself in terms of why am I pursuing filmmaking? Almost all the time. I've even questioned whether or not if this is something lucrative to pursue. I was born to a single mom, very low income, like we basically have no wealth at all. And from what I've seen in my time, if you don't have decent equipment, sadly you're overlooked. And in my case, I'm overlooked even more so because I feel like I'm that Bronx kid, that minority little brown kid. Like what does he know about filmmaking? What does he know? And I deal with it, but sometimes it hits me harder than other times. It's tough. And I've definitely thought about pursuing something else. However, even after all of those things that I felt, going out there filming, doing my job, and then seeing the aftermath, and then seeing those faces when I freaking surprised the hell out of them, like, oh shit, like you know what you're doing. Oh, like you know more than me. I would have never expected. Like honestly, those moments make me realize I'm doing something right. I'm not just bullshitting myself. I'm not pursuing this because I think it's fun. I know this is what I want. I've put in the work, I've put in the time. It's starting to show. And even though I'm feeling the way I feel sometimes, I just have to look back as to where I was, where I had no goals, no purpose, no sort of vision for myself. Now I feel like I see everything clearly. And this is why I'm sticking to it. If you love something that much, it is a sacrifice. But you have to trust in that sacrifice and know that one day it is going to pay off. And that's why I'm still doing this.
It is dangerous. It is addicting. It rewards you in your dreams. It hunts you in your nightmares. It is a passion. It is a race. It is a reality on which you live in. It is a fantasy on which you demand on. It calls you subconsciously, but it can never be called upon. It's tough to earn, but easy to lose. It is so close to your vision, but it can never be seen. It is so close to your hands, but it can never be reached on. You will never be ready unless be recognized by many.